Hey, good morning. We've been on the road officially 1 week today, and we have our first problem with the trailer. We're getting what's called a DSI fault for the gas water heater, and it won't ignite. So I called Grand Design customer service. They gave me the name of a couple of different service places. We're going into Redmond, Oregon today to have this checked out. There's a business there that can take us in today, and we're headed that way anyway, so hopefully everything will work out. But the heater actually won't ignite. It's possibly this circuit board needs to be replaced, we're not sure, but they'll check the adjustment of the igniter. I can smell gas, but I never hear it clicking and igniting, and the power comes through this circuit board. So we'll see, hopefully we'll have that fixed quick and early. Okay, so the day got more interesting. We're now in Redmond, Washington, and they said, oh, no problem, we'll just put an aftermarket board in, which is right here, to replace the water heater control board. And a couple of sheet metal screws later, we now have a hole punctured in our water heater tank. So the guy who was doing it, it didn't line up, and so he went ahead and used different screws, and now we've got a hole. So we'll keep you posted. Hey, good morning. It's warmed up to 55 degrees inside here. We woke up at, well, Jeannie woke up at 2 o'clock hearing something she thought was clicking, and we realized our heater never came on. I woke up at about 4:45.
I checked the fridge. It sounded like the fridge tried to ignite.
Yeah, but the fridge was fine. And so I got up at 4:45, and I actually went outside, and there was a drip coming off of the awning and hitting the outside electrical outlet. So the tick-tick we were hearing all night was coming from up top here. And there's a leak at the awning that's running down and landing right here on the weatherproof outlet. So we hit the power for the heater. And when we did that, we lost power to the fridge, to the stereo, the TV.
I think everything.
All the lights, but then this one fan came on by itself. This right
Max
here,
Air fan.
Max Air, and had no control. I couldn't turn it off. So I went out, shut off the battery isolator. I do have some LED lights from Costco that are on batteries, so we had those. We had a little lighting, and we could still ignite the burners for our coffee.
And
so
luckily it wasn't icy cold.
Yeah.
Just like 46.
Yeah, so we wrapped the dog up like a burrito. He survived the night. You okay?
Barely.
Yeah. An emotional wreck. So we got that, at least waited for daylight, and then I went and got my multimeter out of the truck, and the multimeter actually had magically...
We've used it once. I think we
used it once
in Texas.
And somehow it has warped. It's now like shaped.
Didn't we buy that in Fredericksburg?
I think so.
Yeah.
Slightly banana shape. Not working at all.
It got too hot in the bed of the truck,
Yeah.
I guess, when we were in like 90 or 100 degree weather.
Yeah, so I called Grand Design. They've actually been extremely responsive. They've been super helpful. I went to our neighbor Ryan and borrowed his multimeter, and I disconnected the batteries completely and tested them. And it's hard because it's an analog multimeter. It looks like they're at 12, right at 12 volts. We have the generator powering everything now, and with the battery isolator in either position, we're still getting a little trickle charge to the batteries. So we think we may have a converter problem. We're not sure. We're going back to have them give us the water heater they had to replace after they drilled the hole in the original one. Yeah.
Maybe
So,
we should give them a call first.
Yeah, we'll be setting up and calling on the drive-in and getting on the road here shortly. So
Super excited.
we'll check in with you when we get into civilization. Our two batteries, look like they're relatively inexpensive marine RV deep cycle batteries. It doesn't have amp hours or anything on them, but you know, I checked those out with the multimeter. walking on Harrington Loop Road, just getting a little activity before the rain starts. But behind us you can see this is one part of the dispersed camping area. Everybody's really quiet, nobody's driving around crazy, no loud music. It's just some local folks who live here have beautiful homes, beautiful horse properties, so everybody's very respectful of their space. And
There's like 15 trailers and RVs around here right now.
oh yeah,
I'm
but
counting like
you wouldn't know it. It's
4
like,
over there, but they're together,
Yeah.
obviously.
yeah, it's quiet as can be. And so we just, when we got here, we kind of went through our spot that we picked, and some folks had left some broken glass and some little bit of trash and stuff. We cleaned all that up,
Bottle
got rid of it,
caps.
and have bottle caps. So, we always try to leave someplace nicer than we found it. But this Harrington Loop outside of Sisters, Oregon is beautiful.
It's
Great
really
place to stay.
important to make it look better if somebody's left a mess, because that's what's going to close all these food places.
That's right.
If
Yeah.
people trash them, they're not going to be here anymore for us to enjoy.
Yeah, very good point. And if you drive away and left garbage that somebody else dumped, the next person in thinks you left it. So, you could be one of those, but we don't want to be. We just want to have a very nice experience. This has been fantastic. We may be here for a few more days. We're not sure yet. We'll know tomorrow. Off we go.
Day 5? Night
Day 5, yeah. We're supposed to be possibility of some pretty hard rain tonight, so everything's packed up and kind of cleaned up for the night, so that if it does rain, we don't have to worry about anything.
Something around here feels hollow. Don't look down, just climb. Need to have a fast fall. I'm right behind. I'm so mad thinking with you. So stay and let this move. Anything I do, just follow. Take everything you can find. We stay here until tomorrow. Can't let them win this time.